Hi, I'm Claudia. This is a 20-minute beginner's flow. If you've got 2 bricks and a strap, then that can be helpful, but it's fine to do it without. So we're going to start in Ardha Mukha Virasana. So take the knees nice and wide, big toes together. Walking your hands forward, shoulder distance apart. Drop your forehead down to the floor and start to deepen your breath. Good, so I give you full permission in this workout to modify the poses as much as you need so you feel really comfortable. And you can take your forehead down to the floor, keeping the spine nice and long. Remembering that feeling of having the spine long, come onto your knees, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up to the sky, bringing your belly towards your thighs and keeping high on the tiptoes. As you inhale, fill the body with breath. Exhale, relax the face. Check that the shoulders haven't crept up by the ears and that the fingers are spread. Index finger and thumb pressing into the floor. And then with your next exhalation, step the feet forward. Take the hands to the hips, bend the knees and slowly come up to standing. Lovely. Good. So we'll get a steady base by looking at the toes, checking that they're spreading nice and wide. Bring the weight evenly through the soles and the heels of the feet. Roll the shoulders back, standing up nice and tall. Good. Palms together. Inhale, big movement, sweeping the arms down, around and up to touch, look up. Exhale, pull the belly in, fold forward. Good. So you can keep the knees nice and bent, especially if it's morning. If you're feeling a bit more limber, the legs might start to straighten. Check that the head's really relaxed, back of the neck long. Big inhale, big exhale. And then take the right leg back in space, hands to hip, high lunge. So you can take the back knee down if you're feeling a bit tired, otherwise keep the back knee lifted and reach the arms up. Long, full inhalation, big, smooth exhalation, keeping the shoulders relaxed and the throat soft. Put energy into the back heel and keep the chest lifted, long in the side body. Good, so we're going to take this into Warrior 3. So take the hands to the hips, bring the weight into this foot, but keep the knee bent. We're going to do a few pulses here. If you feel it in the knee, take the weight more back into the heel of the standing leg. Good, and then a nice big step back into that high lunge. Taking the hands down to the floor and back to downward facing dog. Good, notice the difference you've made in that right side. It should feel really good down the right side of the body. Breathing in deeply. And then exhale, step the feet forward, hands to hips and come up. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around and up. And then exhale with a long spine, fold forward. Good. Big step back with the left leg. Hands to hips, come up high. Inhale, reach the arms up. So you want to check that the eye gaze is directly in front of you, not looking up, not looking down. Imagine that you're gripping in from the hips, really feeling that stability of the pelvis as you take big inhales, big exhales, bending a little deeper in your exhalation. And then taking it again into the warrior 3 balance. If it doesn't feel good on the knee, you can just stay back in your high lunge and pulse there. You want to check that the back toes are facing down towards the floor here. And that helps just align your lower back. Good. And a big step back. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, step the back foot forward. Uttanasana again. This time you can sway the body side to side, really feeling that the vertebrae can release, using gravity as your friend. Good. And then bend the knees. Sweep the arms down, around and up. And exhale, slowly floating the hands down by your side. Good. Next move, stepping the left leg back to start with, Trikonasana. Reaching up with the right hand. It's a great place for a block. If you've got one, take it in your right hand and bring the brick down to the floor. Good. Then twisting the chest to the left. Option to extend the top arm. So here you can imagine that your breath is a panoramic camera, sending breath all the way to the toes, the fingertips. Check that the jaw is completely relaxed, throat soft. Inhale, rib cage expands. Exhale, belly draws in. Good, then we're going to take that down into Parsvakonasana. So it's a long side angle stretch. Go a bit longer front to back. And reach the arm up by the ear. If you want to take this into a more intense version, you can lift the back knee. Otherwise, staying where you are. And some people imagine that they're taking a selfie with their phone. So as much as that's not the nicest image, it can really help to identify how you hold your hand and where you look. Good. Inhale, chest expands. Exhale, belly draws in. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Lovely. And then let's take that back to down dog. So again, just feeling the difference you've made. Notice how the breath feels in the body. Perhaps you can take a slightly deeper inhale, and perhaps the exhale can be longer, softer, smoother. Good. Let's step the feet forward again, hands to hips, coming up. So we'll take that to the other side. Big step back with your right leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose on this side. So you want to check that you're not falling forward and that you're coming into a side bend. So when you reach the left arm up, you're going to keep the ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, wrists in one line. Take the hand to a brick if you've got one, and then option to extend up. So in yoga, a lot of people think they have to look up, but what you really want to do is get the chest looking up. And then the eye gaze can follow only if it's really comfortable. You can also just look right down to the floor. The main thing is to keep the breath really smooth. Big inhale, long, steady exhale. Good. Then we're going to take this to side angle stretch. So get the back knee down, a bit longer front to back. Take the left fingertips to the floor and then you'll reach the right arm up and over. So you can imagine that you're drawing a sort of straight line from the back leg to the fingertips if you've got your back knee lifted. And again, looking at your hand, but keeping the back of the neck having somewhat of ease in the back of it. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Good. One more last deep breath in. And then exhale, releasing the fingertips either side of the foot, rock back and then step forward. Taking your last forward fold here, so you're really probably feeling that you've juiced up the legs a bit, finding that you can drop the belly down. Maybe the legs straighten fully now. In forward fold, you want to keep the legs really active, quadriceps switched on. And then that way the upper body can release even more. So legs working super strong, upper body soft and easy. Let the exhale cascade your body deeper, fuller more, down to the floor, releasing the back of the neck. Good. And I'm going to take it to the floor. So if you've got a strap here, I'd thoroughly recommend you using it. We'll put the strap around the sole of the foot. So it works really well with a bent knee. If you can keep your this angle a full or more than a right angle, then straighten the bottom leg. It's also really nice to do this on a wall, so you can put that bottom foot on a wall. And then if you've got the strap, you'll be holding on to either side of the strap. Good. So we're going to spend about a minute here. It takes about a minute for your body to really give permission to the muscles to relax. So notice what happens over that minute. What's good about a strap is it helps you to really relax the shoulders. So this is a very active pose for the legs. And it's something that you really notice a big difference. Often if I do this pose, I feel like I'm standing up really nice and tall and confident afterwards. Nearly there, pressing out through the left heel and the right heel. Good. Then you're going to take your hands to the floor, slowly lower that leg. And notice sensations that you feel in the body. It probably feels like the right leg is about a foot longer than the left. So that's prana, that's what we call in yoga prana, the life force energy. And the main intention of yoga is to increase that prana. Good, so we'll come to the left side. And again, you can keep the knee bent or straighten the leg if you've got that full right angle or more. Good. So in yoga we work a lot with drishti. That's the place where the eyes look. And drishti, meaning focus, doesn't just mean just where you look. It's also about focusing intention. And by keeping the eyes still, the mind starts to quieten and it doesn't get so distracted. You'll notice that if you feel uptight or wired, your eyes dart around a lot, so we can almost trick the body into thinking you're calm, and then of course the calmness follows. Always focusing on the exhale to bring the body in this state, into the state of calm and release. The longer the exhale, the more relaxed you are. Good. Then lower that leg down. Brace the hands on the floor so that you're supporting. And notice now the sensations on the left side. Good, so we're going to end by doing just a little bit of a twist. Bring the knees close into the body. I'll make sure I don't knock over the candle. Bring the arms out into a T shape and drop the knees over towards the left elbow. So what you'll find, if this arm is floating a lot, what you'll need to do is support the knees with either a brick or a pillow, and that way you can really release into the twist. The main aim of this twist is to feel comfortable so your body can let go. And the eye gaze can be up towards the ceiling or over to the right thumb. Choose whatever's comfortable. Releasing the jaw, releasing through the arms, the legs, the whole of the body. Good. We'll take the knees back to center now. Just reposition the spine so it feels comfortable and drop the knees over to the other side. You can always secure the legs with the hand if they feel like they won't stay down. And this is just a beautiful, heavenly way to release the spine. I'd recommend always ending your yoga practice with this twist. Good, and bringing the knees back to center. Give them a hug. And then your final pose will be Shavasana. I recommend lying down for at least 3 minutes, but ideally 10 minutes. Set a gong timer so that you can know when it's time to get up. Take a blanket, take some socks. Make sure you're really, really comfortable. And Shavasana is the most important pose. You can imagine all the poses we've done leading up to that are to make your Shavasana as comfortable, as delicious as possible. If you've got any lower back tension, you can put a pillow under the knees. And I wish you a wonderful, releasing, nourishing Shavasana. Namaste.